everyone, Dr. Todd Eglow here. I will be your professor for this upcoming term. I wanted to create a secondary welcome video for you to take you through the steps for what you need to be doing here in the first week of this new term. Okay, so when you log into the course, you're going to see all your online courses, as you can see here, along with any on-site courses that you may be enrolled in. Once you click into our course, and this is just an example, each new term there'll be different courses here, so you need to refer to your specific course. This video tutorial is only an example. So again, you're going to click on whatever your specific course is, and by default you'll be brought into the announcement page. Okay, so each week you will see a new announcement page. Okay, every week I will update this announcement page with at least one new announcement. So make sure you check back every week into this page. Right off the bat in the announcement page, you're going to see what I term and call a to-do list. Okay, again, this is only an example, so you need to be referring to your specific course to see what your specific to-do list is in a particular term. Again, this video is only showing you an example, so please refer to your specific course for that section's to-do list. Okay, each week you will need to determine your weekly grading. Okay, most weeks you will be earning participation points. So what you need to do is coordinate this announcement page's to-do list, and I'll go into more specifics here on the left, but the specific course information to-do list with the course syllabi for that term, and each term's specific course materials assignment folder. Okay, each week, again, you'll be coordinating the announcement page, this to-do list, specifically with each week's course material assignment folder. Okay? So that's very important. Again, every Sunday morning this announcement page will be updated, so please check back on a regular basis. Okay, again, I mentioned a second ago, this blue area is your navigation panel. Okay, so you see consider these different classrooms. So you have a faculty information area with my information, course material area will be where your lectures and assignments are. The discussion board we'll talk about, along with the course tools area we'll talk about. Right now I'd like to focus on the course information area. The course information area will have the important course guidelines which you will need to review and learn right away. While there may seem to be a lot of folders in this course info area, most have short paragraphs which need to be reviewed. Okay, so again, consider these guidelines the contract between you, the student, and myself, the professor. Okay, of all of these, there are some which may seem to be a little bit more important as the term progresses. As of this recording, Berkeley College is on the semester system, no longer on the quarter system. So if you come along some old terminology, make sure you understand that we are in the semester system. Okay, so some of the important course information folders to consider here are, again, the course syllabus folder, the grading policy folder, and we'll talk in a few minutes about the discussion folder. Okay, so the syllabus is pretty straightforward. You click into that and you'll see your syllabus. Okay, the grading folder we'll come back to. Okay, but this has very important information about how to determine your final grade. Okay, again, most weeks you will be earning participation points. So I have a rubric here which will need to be reviewed, and some additional rubric information on how to maximize your weekly points. Again, the grading folder, as you're seeing, lists those assignments that will earn these participation points. I also have what are known as graded homework assignments, and graded homework assignments will count as an actual grade as opposed to what you will see in some weeks that I refer to as an OHA, an objective homework assignment. Okay, your final grade will be determined by adding up your earned participation points, adding that number to your GHA average, and dividing by 2. Okay, and that will give you your final GPA at the end of the term. Okay, so again, graded homework assignments, GHAs, count as an actual score, and again, compare those to what I call OHA assignments, which only count towards a particular week's earned participation points. Okay, OHA assignments. Again, GHAs are 50% of your final grade. Earned participation points are the remaining 50%. Okay. Let's go back to the course information. One of the main areas for communicating in this course will be the discussion board. So in the course information, I have specific information on how to post what I call TLPs. Okay? Concerning discussion board assignments, while our weeks run from Sunday through Saturday, I strongly encourage participation as early in each new week as possible. Those who wait until the end of the week to post and encounter any technical issues may not get work submitted before the Saturday deadline, and therefore you may lose out on earning valuable participation points. Okay, only documented emergent situations are considered for late submissions. Other than documentation of an emergency, there are no late submissions. Okay? Refer to the week 1 folder for some tips on working ahead and not feeling rushed. Remember, it is important that you develop good time management skills, which are critical to becoming a good distance learning student. Okay, so I have tips, and again, may change from term to term. So these examples in this video may change at some point. So either email me for specifics or just make sure you're reading everything carefully from week to week to week. Okay, so again, let's go back to the course information in the discussion area. As you review the information in the posting discussion folder, which we are in now, you will notice some critical information that must be included with what I call TLPs. TLPs are top-level discussion postings. TLPs, again, are top-level discussion postings. Consider a top-level discussion posting a specific response to a question I have in a given week. Again, consider a TLP, a top-level discussion posting, as your specific mini-essay response to my question of a particular week. Again, as you review the information in this posting discussion folder, you will notice some critical information that must be included with all top-level discussion postings, TLPs. Review this folder over and over again until it makes sense to you. Okay, and as you see, there are many videos that I have throughout these course information guidelines, so please check on them and spend a few moments with these videos. In brief, to maximize your top-level posting earned participation point totals in the discussion board, TLPs must include, number 1, good quality content. That means you answer the question fully. 2, you must show me specific web research URL references every week. It is imperative that all TLPs include references from your web research. You could do research from a book, but that's not what I'm looking for. Most times I'm looking for you to develop good web research skills. So you must show me that. And again, I have examples here of how to post the TLP. And finally, word count. Okay, so what we're looking at here in this example, good content, specific references, word count. Okay, so those are the 3 main things that need to be included to maximize your discussion board earned participation points. All TLPs, all top-level postings, are to be kept very short and very concise. I am much more interested in quality rather than long, drawn-out postings. Short and concise is the key to a good top-level discussion posting in my courses. Also, you must respond to a minimum of 2 different students' top-level postings in addition to posting your own discussion. Again, I'm mentioning this throughout, this video, while you have from Sunday through Saturday to submit work, please develop good time management habits and participate as early in each new week as possible. Check my tips for the ability to work ahead and develop content so that you do not feel rushed, and therefore you will be posting better quality participation during specific weeks. Okay, again, word of caution with these video tutorials, assignments change from term to term. So do not rely on the visuals in this secondary video tutorial. Always coordinate, again, the announcement pages to-do list, this announcement pages to-do list with a specific course material assignment folder. Okay, so if you get into the habit of doing that, you will understand what needs to be posted or submitted to fully earn a grade each week. Okay? Okay, so let's look at the discussion board. Again, the easiest way to get into the discussion board is here in the left navigation panel. You'll see the word discussion. Okay? Now, TLPs are only to be posted in this area where it says post week XXX discussion here. You will also have a separate area for posting your attendance and a separate area for posting general questions. Okay? But you must only post TLPs, which is where you're earning your maximum earned participation points, in the folders, in the forums rather, that state post week XXX, in this case week 1, discussion here. Now when you're logged in as a student, you will not see all of this information. So, but if you click into a particular week, the only proper way to submit a top level posting is to click on the create thread link. Okay, title it, post your content, specific web URL research links, and word count. Again, I strongly urge or recommend that you develop all your work in Microsoft Word, save the files, work ahead, and then you can just copy and paste. Easiest way to copy and paste in Blackboard in a discussion board is to use your keyboard, usually Control V on a PC or Command V on a Mac. Okay, so once you have your proper content research and word count pasted or typed into the discussion board textual area, you would click on submit. Again, the only proper way to submit a TLP, is to click on this create thread button and post as I just showed you. You also need to respond to a minimum of 2 other students' TLPs, 2 different students' TLPs. Okay? Those student responses will not count as a TLP, so you must make sure that you post a TLP in addition to student replies. Again, student replies to other students' TLPs do not count as your TLP discussion posting. Let me repeat that. Replies to other students' TLPs do not count as your TLP discussion posting for earning participation points. And again, remember, the questions being demonstrated here in this video are subject to change every term and obviously are different in different classes. So you must check the course materials assignment folder and then your specific discussion board here on the left for the specific question that needs to be researched and answered. Now, once submitted, it's very important that you go back and proofread all work. Make sure you have the content that you want and it's showing properly. Make sure that your web links work. Okay, so when I go in and click on them, they must bring me to the specific websites that you use to develop your content. Okay, and again, make sure your word count is there. If a change needs to be made, you'll see that there's an edit button here, an edit link. okay? You can edit your TLP up until the point that I've commented on it. So if you go back and proofread right away and you see there's a typo, a spelling typo, or something else that needs to be corrected, you have the ability to go in and edit it. Do not post additional TLPs. Again, I don't want to see your name here twice or 3 or more times. Only one single TLP is to be posted in any given discussion week. Okay, again, only one TLP is to be posted in any given discussion week. Now, once I have commented on a particular week's top level posting TLP, that's it. You cannot repost or resubmit once you've read my comment. And if there are changes to be made, those changes are always to be used in a constructive manner for future weeks. Okay? Again, always use my comments in a constructive manner to make any necessary improvements in upcoming weeks. Okay? Email me if there are any questions, but again, before you email me, I'm expecting everyone to go through all these course information guidelines. Okay, so here in course information, the discussion board instructions, introduction folder, I have a video here. Go through that video and make sure you understand how to properly post your TLPs. Okay, another important area to review is the course tools area. Okay, one very important area in the course tools area is the My Grades. Now, I'm logged in as an instructor right now, so you won't be able to see what, I can't show you what you need to see in your view. But just make sure that you understand that each week you need to come here to the course tools area, and then here on the right column, click on the My Grades. The My Grades area will list your earned participation points and GHA scores after, and this is important, after a particular week's due date has arrived. Make sure that you keep a running total. Make sure that you keep a running total of your earned participation points, and refer again to the course info's grading folder for specific instructions on how to calculate your final grade. Grading policy folder, final grade determination. Now there's a lot more information here in the course policy area, so make sure that you understand all these folders. So again, if you're traveling, you're responsible for submitting your work, so you must do some research ahead and make sure that you have access to a working internet-enabled computer. Okay? Remember, since our weeks run from Sunday through Saturday, I cannot update your gradebook until each new week. So that means, for example, in week one ends at 11:59 p.m. on Saturday night of week 1. I cannot update your gradebook until the new week begins. So start checking around Tuesday or Wednesday of each upcoming week rather. Each new week, you'll see grades by Tuesday or Wednesday. All right, one final area that I'd like to briefly mention here. Here in the left, you see the e-textbook area. Okay, so I'm going to bring this up in a different tab. Okay, so the e-text area is where you're going to have your textbook, which is now an ebook. Okay, it takes a little while to come up, but once it comes up, you will have your textbook. And if you come back to the announcement area, in week 1, you'll see instructions and a little video for accessing this e-textbook area. Okay, I think that's a good beginning. As always, if you have specific questions as to how this course runs, always feel free to email me. But please first make sure that you have reviewed all these course information guidelines multiple times to get an idea of how this course runs. Okay, all the best to everyone's education online journey this term. See ya.